Hello everyone, welcome to QQ Nub Gaming. I'm the bald guy, and this is the very first video that I've ever done, very first broadcast. So I'm still kind of new at this, still kind of learning some things and getting used to the technology. But tonight what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to make loads of EC, dilithium, and ultimately Zen at some point. And it's not really a complicated formula. So I'm going to start with essentially this guy. Right now we have the winter event going on. And in the winter event, let me try to move this video here. 1 second. It's kind of in the way. In the event, we have all of these items that you get from doing duty officer missions. Alright, so you can see on my current map, in Q's Winter Wonderland, you get a whole bunch of these missions. And look how many I have running right now. So every time I complete one of these, and it's pretty much every 4 hours, you get a bunch of these. Now, I have a ton of these items. Here's the earmuffs, the candles, the beads, the sleigh bells, and the incense. Oh, and here's the ornaments. I have a ton of these from last year. So I'm going to continue to get more because it's pretty easy to get. And, you know, what's really funny is these guys are worth a ton of EC. So let's check out the market. Now the market changes. Look, one of these guys is selling for 3,000 EC, and I've got 517 just on this one character. So if I wanted to, of course, I could sell these. Let's see what these are going for. These are 4,000 a piece. 18,000 a piece. I get this? Yep. Earmuffs. 18,000. 17,000. So these things are very valuable, and there's a super easy way to make EC, because all you have to do is log in every 4 hours and start those duty officer missions. Now, if you don't know, the reason why these things are valuable is because the things that you can buy with it. Oops, why am I going here? It's not right. Wrong guy. I want to go to this guy, store guy. The things you can buy with it are really pretty amazing. These skills are epic level skills, Mark 12. So there's still some upgrading to do, but they're already epic level, which is pretty amazing. Something like this micro cryonic warhead is absolutely amazing. This cryo mine barrier is, again, amazing skill. So they're not that expensive, and I would recommend picking these up. I pick up all of these skills as well, so you can train them on your bridge officers. And then any of these fun things that you want. I'm not too much into these because they take up too much inventory space. But, you know, you can get some outfits here. And also, where's the... I'm looking for...
Cute is a genius.
Oh, here we go.
So,
This cryoplasma-infused warp core and the singularity core. These are also really good. And again, they're more expensive, but ultimately they're pretty cheap. So you might be asking, okay, how... Let me turn the camera back on. How am I going to make all this money? How do I get that if I'm only getting, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 a run? Well, it's pretty easy actually. And the key, and this is the key to everything, whether it's dilithium, whether it's Zen, whether it's EC, is just having a bunch of characters. I have a ton of characters over the year. I've been a lifetime member since beta, and I have created all of these characters, and I play all of them, and they're almost all 60. I keep a couple of low-level ones that are kind of throwaway. But I'm just going to go through the process of what I do and how I make all my EC and all the dilithium and Zen. So for this guy, he's got a bunch of completed. So here's my assets. I gotta make this window smaller. In fact, I'm gonna move it over here. There we go. Refine the dilithium. Now, I just spent over 1 million dilithium on those Phoenix boxes. And even though I didn't get anything above the very rare, I did get this. Oh shoot, where are those? No, I have them on another guy. I have 200, I think 247 of the upgrade tokens, the 51,000 tech upgrades. 250 of those upgrade tokens. So over the double research weekends or the double upgrade weekend, I'm just going to knock everything out and upgrade everything. So anyhow, this is the process I go through, and I'll show you how quick it is. So on the current map, boom, 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 I just zip through all of these. So I got 4 of these in the works. I go here, I keep this window open, change character. So this window's already open for me.
Uppos!
Just to make it even quicker, I just made 375 Zen, not to mention the XP that goes along with it, which is actually not so bad. And if you want to get crazy about this, set a timer for every 4 hours. Log back in, rinse, repeat. This event alone generates a ton of super quick lithium. When I say a ton, it's all relative. It's a ton for the amount of effort that you have to put in to get it, which is almost nothing. And if you're like me, over the course of playing the game, you've got so many high quality DOFs. I don't even know what to do with all of them at this point. Alright, does this guy have any... Yeah, see, here's all the DOFs that this guy's got. I can't even collect them because, look, my roster. I'm at my max here already, and I've got purple guys just sitting here to collect. I just haven't done anything with it. So, again, we're here just getting the holiday items. This guy that I just logged in as, this guy's been around since day one. He's the very first character I created, and it's been around since day one of Star Trek. Alright, boom, 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 250 Zen, or dilithium. Not that that's a whole lot, but the key to this is having a multitude of characters. And while it doesn't give you a whole lot right now for just one guy, when you add it all up, it does make a big difference. On top of it, I'll show you another thing here. Here's another folded DOFs here. There's 375. I mean, really, for the amount of effort that you put into this, this is kind of a no-brainer. And I don't even do. I'm not even doing everything either. So here's the other things that I could do, right? So I could do the Admiralty stuff. I mean, this particular character has 48 ships on the roster, and you can get a ton of dilithium this way, a ton of EC this way, and not to mention all the little goodies that come along with each of the levels that you level up. So that's another way you can do it. But here's every single one of for every single character I have is level 5. So this is what, 42,000 dilithium each one of these every time you complete it. The other thing that this is great for is when we have events like the crystalline entity, which is super fast. I mean, sometimes you get in there and it's 30 seconds to a minute and you're done. And I do this on all of my guys. It takes, with all of the guys that I have, it probably takes about an hour, hour and a half to do it. And I do it every day for 14 days. And then every one of the guys gets a new item, and they get the 40 to 50,000 dilithium that goes along with it. All right, so this guy has everything in process. We'll change again. You know, at this point, I'm pretty much done creating new characters. Unless they have something like the Delta recruits, the agents of yesterday. You know, of course, I created new characters when that happened. Because it made sense. That's yet another way where you get all sorts of goodies. You know, they do account-wide unlocks. They have reputation vouchers, fleet vouchers. All this stuff is through the agents of yesterday. I completed everything on one of the agent characters, and all the rest of my characters benefit from it. So, you know, I've got 12,500 Zen just kind of sitting in my balance here. I just spent a million dilithium, and I have very rarely, I mean, I've given the game money before, but very, very rarely. Most of it's just kind of doing what I'm doing in here. I have hundreds of millions of EC across all these characters. Almost all of them have their research done for their crafting, all the way up to 15. And I'm not even actually that hardcore about playing this game. I play it when new content's released. I play it when they do the events. I've had it forever, this account. And like if you go in here and look at the ships, these are all. So I am on a Romulan character. I mean, there are very, very few. See all these available? It's everything that I've bought over the years with Zen that I made by trading dilithium. None of this, I didn't spend a single dollar on any of this. I mean, there's some things that I don't have here, but I mean, look, available, available, available. I mean, I can fly almost any ship in the game. I have all the latest, almost all of the latest tier 6 vessels. I have not bought this yet, but I mean, I almost have enough Zen to do it. I just bought the science bundle that just came out. That one's pretty cool. There's the Cruiser Dreadnought Escort Flagship. This one's cool. Cross-faction heavy escort. Here it is, the science one. I just love this Romulan ship. This is actually the whole reason I bought it. The Klingon one's pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the Federation, um, this class. It just kind of looks goofy to me, but I think the other two are really awesome. And I love science captains as well. So, like I said, this isn't rocket science. This is probably something that people have gone over a million times, but it's something that, is worth mentioning. The only time you might want to spend any money on Zen is to buy character slots. Level up those characters, and I mean, even for this event, you only need to be level 10, so it's not like you need to invest a whole lot of time in it. Now, for like the crystalline entity and some of the other events that go on, I believe you have to be 50 at least. Maybe 55. I think it's 50. And once your guys are 50, though, have at it. It's so easy, and you can rip through it so quickly. That's totally worth it. And here's the other thing, too. I don't grind out any of the marks. I only do the events, and the marks that I get for those events are what I use to purchase my way up through the um, the reputation system. I'm not a huge fan of grinding anything. I mean, some people might think that this is grinding, but I guess it is kind of. It's pretty repetitive, but it's pretty simple, right? It's not just sitting and killing the same thing over and over and over again. It's simple, it's quick, you're kind of in and out, and then you're done. Now let's see here, this guy. I just got this guy. Subterfuge. No. So this is another money maker too. If you get a guy that's got the superior Romulan operative, those guys are usually worth a couple million. Depending on when you do it, they could be worth tens of millions. Remans, especially if you get a Reman that's got the subterfuge and the superior Romulan operative, those guys are worth a ton. Let me see. Do I have any on here? I don't. So you'll see, I mean, I've only been doing this for a couple of days with each of these guys, that you'll see that this stuff adds up really quick. I think this is 2 days, and I haven't really, I don't set a timer. I just kind of do it whenever.
Q is a
Now I am
genius.
currently running the um, the winter tier 6 ship event, the race every day. That's the only thing that I do every day. I do that on one character. Once you do it on one, it unlocks for the whole account. So yeah, so here's the other side benefit of doing this is you rank up in a lot of the um, DOF categories here. Yeah, sometimes there's only one in here. Other times there's like six or so. So it's kind of random, and it's pretty static depending on whether you're Federation or KDF. All right, so here is my current main. These two are really my three mains, but this is my Agent of Yesterday tune, and I'll show you here. So she's got, yeah, here, this temporal device. I've got everything unlocked, and for all of these things, you get tons of goodies for all of your characters. The only thing I haven't done yet is I haven't gotten what is it? Develop your specialization. Yeah, you need to get what, three? You have to complete three primary specializations. I've got two and a half done. I haven't quite finished out the third. But I tell you, this Admiralty one is really good. You get the what is it? One-time ships. Oh yeah, here. 20% additional campaign experience and skill points from all Admiralty assignments from this point on. That's huge. That one's really awesome. This one, though, is, I think, by far my favorite. You need to reach tier 5 in all of the reputations. Once you've done that, you get all of these goodies, but also all of your projects will be what is it? Elite level MK13. So all of my stuff that I do for my projects is this ultra rare MK13. Everything by default. So it makes creating this stuff so much more worth it. And every toon that you have that has completed all of these gets this reward. So every character on my account can make ultra rare MK13 gear, reputation gear. So that's about it. There's really no magic or secret to it. It's basically having a lot of characters. Really, the only money that you would ever want to spend is probably here. Extra character slots. And this stuff goes on sale all the time. I'd wait for a sale. I'd maybe buy some Zen or just save up some dilithium, create some new characters, and once you have maybe 10 characters, you're pretty much done spending any money on the game, unless there's must-have things that you want. I do like buying, the packs, and there have been times in the past where I've supplemented the Zen that I've made just so I can get a pack whenever I want. But for the most part, it's through using each of these characters that I have to get these extra items in game, to do the events with each one, and like I said, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to do that. Alright, anyhow, that's it for my very first broadcast, and I hope it was helpful to some people at least, and we'll see more of you in the future.